SteelSeries Arctis wireless versus SteelSeries Arctis wired with GameDAC. Hey there friends on YouTube, my name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech so honest it hurts. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back again. Let's talk about SteelSeries and their Arctis wireless and wired gaming headsets. The top of the line, the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme of gaming headsets from SteelSeries, and maybe from anybody. I'm a big audio guy, and I've reviewed both of these headsets separately, and now today I want to compare the two and see if I can figure out which one is best for you, for me, for anybody. Let's go ahead and get into this. Let's talk about the comfort, let's talk about the features, let's talk about the sound, let's talk about the microphone, let's talk about whether or not they're worth the money that they're asking. In terms of comfort, I'm not going to go too deep into it. They both are relatively the same. They both have the same kind of ear pads. They are sort of, this is like a weave, an ultra weave kind of thing, and then they have the ski goggle type adjustment on the top where it just sort of suspends the headphones above your head, which is nice. The microphones all expand out such like this, and if you didn't know which one was wired and which one was wireless without the wire connected, then you wouldn't really be able to tell which one was which. So they are very, very similar in look and feel and comfort. In terms of sound, both of them sound very similar. It was really kind of surprising to me. I've had both of these for a long time, and I really didn't know how similar they were, but they use the same drivers in both of these headsets, and they both sound pretty much the same. Now, there's probably a little bit of a difference between wired and wireless, and there is definitely some wireless stuff that is good and some wired stuff that is good, but overall, I was impressed with how close they were in sound. They both have the ability to dial in a DTX headphone, a DTS-X headphone stuff. That's what it is. Both headphones are rated for 10 hertz to 40,000 hertz, which is a lot more than most headsets. The wired are rated for high-res audio, which means they can reproduce 24-bit 96K audio, and they have an ESS Saber DAC inside of their base station that allows them to have some of the best audio quality you can get. The wireless are not officially rated as high-res. I don't think they don't have the ESS Saber DAC, but they have the exact same specs in terms of the headphones. I imagine if you plug these in, they would sound very good, but without that DAC, without that 96K, you're not really going to get the same kind of quality from these. From a gaming standpoint, I mean, they both performed extremely well. In fact, I had been listening to other headphones for a while, trying other things, and went back to these for a little bit of COD Warzone, and I have to say, I was really impressed. They sound crisp, they sound clear, almost to the point of just like clinical, surgical sound. I mean, the Astro A40s and A50s, which I have also reviewed, and you can check those out in cards that are probably going to appear above me somewhere sometime soon. They have a fuller, maybe warmer sound than these, but to me they sound a little bit dull, whereas these guys are just really, really tight. I've been using the Sennheiser PC37X headset with the Sennheiser GXP1000 while playing Warzone here for the past week or two, and these things kind of stomped all over that combination, which blew me away. The SteelSeries were immediately fuller, wider, deeper soundstage. The crispness was really key to testing in Warzone, because a lot of people complain about the sound cues in Warzone, but with these I found it to be better than anything that I'd heard. And before you get really upset about Warzone sound cues, maybe you should try these guys. The DACs are very similar in features, if not in looks. They both offer a super deep set of controls for selecting DTS and not DTX and adjusting game and chat mix and all that kind of stuff. They both also offer side tone. If you're not familiar with side tone, it's when you can hear what you're saying back into your headset, which is a really important feature. I've been used to that since all the years that I've been working in the studio, so it feels weird if I can't hear myself, and the side tone is the best in these that I've heard, and it's very comparable from one to the other. The sound signature of both headphones is very, very similar. SteelSeries uses the same drivers across all of their headsets, they're 40mm drivers, and so these things sound very close. If anything, the wireless is maybe a little bit more aggressive or unrefined, but not by much. And in a gaming headset, that might actually be an advantage. The wired version has more options for refinement and can be used as a great everyday kind of audiophile headphone. For desktop use, if you want to take advantage of that 96K high-res audio setting, I've had both of these for more than a year. Sennheiser sent them over, and I've used them on and off, but I've tried a lot of other things because that's what I do. I keep coming back to one or the other of these. Both headsets have a mute switch on the back, as well as this volume control. This is a convenient feature, I find, but I also find that sometimes when I'm sitting on the couch or something like that, I can roll the volume with just leaning back into the cushions, which is annoying to me. The base stations for each are USB powered. If you're using it with the PS4, you have to use optical audio to get the audio going in there. The GameDAC has micro USB, while the wireless version has mini USB, which, I don't know, what is it, 2005? Each of these has a 3.5mm line in and line out, which gives you the ability to plug in an external source like a phone or an iPad. I don't know, whatever you have that has a 3.5mm output these days, however you might want to dongle that or whatever. The line out for each is perfect if you want to send your audio to a streaming PC or another external device. When I use these each with the PS4, I sent the audio straight out of the 3.5mm into the back of the PC, and that's what I used for my streaming audio in the streaming software, and it was really easy, it was really convenient, no muss, no fuss. High-res audio might be the killer feature for the wired headset, but this guy's got a trick up his sleeve as well. Bluetooth connectivity. You can hook these up to your phone or other Bluetooth devices while still plugged in and wirelessly gaming and all that kind of stuff. So you could take phone calls, listen to music, get into game chat on the Discord. The wireless also has a second battery inside. There's this little slot here, see? Battery comes out, put it back in. That is pretty sweet. What does that mean? That means that whenever you run out of battery, you pop this guy off, you pull that battery out, you get the other battery, you put that back in, put that back on, and you're never wired up. You're never wired up, and you always have a fresh battery. That is something that no other headset on the market right now that I am aware of, and I'm aware of a lot of headsets, offers it all. That plus Bluetooth alone might be a big argument for the wireless earning the price tag that it carries. Everything is not perfect with these. I mean, nothing is. There were a few snags that kept happening over time that got annoying, and it actually happened with both headsets, so I'm not sure exactly why. The biggest thing, when I was using them with the PS4, there were times when I would turn the console on and everything would start up, but for some reason, the headset base station would not connect correctly. So I would have to unplug the base station and plug it back in, and everything would be fine after that. But it was really annoying. And it's something that I can say was happening on a regular enough basis that it's worth mentioning here, especially since it happened on both. I didn't have this problem when using them on the PC, so just be warned that sometimes they can be a little bit finicky, but that is in no way a deal breaker when it comes to these. The features that they have way outweigh those little annoyances. The controls can be a little fiddly. You have to press buttons to get deeper into the menus to change settings, which is not ideal if you're in the middle of the game and you want to adjust your chat volume or your DTS or anything like that. Competitors like the Astros have the controls right there on the mix end for chat and that kind of thing. So those controls are right at your fingertips. The design of both of these GameDACs is very unobtrusive, not super gamery. Ergonomically, they look better than the competitors. They hide themselves better on your desk or in your entertainment center or something like that. Okay, so these are the Arctis Pro wireless gaming headset. The DAC and the Arctis Pro wireless gaming headset sounds pretty darn good. This is the Arctis Pro wired GameDAC version, the Arctis wired GameDAC whatever it's called. This is the microphone on there. So this is the Sennheiser PC37X through the Sennheiser GXP1000. This is what this sounds like. So which one should you get? This is a super hard question to answer. From a sound perspective, they're both really, really good. There's not enough difference while gaming, especially to say that one sounds better than the other, although there are probably some slight differences. I highly recommend, again, checking out my full reviews that are going to be linked at the end of this video so that you can hear everything that I have to say about them. But it comes down to this. The wired are $250. The wireless are $330. You can get them on sale from time to time. There are going to be links down in the description below for Amazon, so you can go check them out on your own and see if you can find them on sale. And when it comes down to it, that difference, that $80 difference, might be enough to sway somebody from one place to the next. The price difference alone is pretty significant. Neither set is cheap, but they are both worth the price being asked compared to the other headsets in this price range. The wired version definitely offers more in terms of sound. So if you're a sound whore and you want that 24-bit 96 kilohertz ESS Saber DAC stuff, or listening to Rush while you're I don't know, while you're sitting at your computer, you could do that. The wireless, however, is no slouch in the sound department either, and it has that spare battery, which is a huge feature, as well as the Bluetooth connectivity. It would be easy for me to say, if you game at your desk, then you should get the wired ones, and if you sit in your living room and across the room from your console, then you should get the wireless. Both have features that would be great in each setting. If you do listen to a lot of music at your desk and you want something that will both work for your gaming and for your audio listening pleasure, then the wired might be the way to go. If you want to have dual connectivity with Bluetooth plus that extra battery and all that kind of stuff, then the wireless might be the way for you to go. Some combination of those features will fit just about everybody out there on the market who wants a high quality gaming headset. I have used a lot of gaming headsets, and these remain among the best that I have used. I keep going to other stuff, and then I come back to these, and I am amazed at how good they sound. Are they perfect? No. Are there some quirks? Yes. But if you can stomach the price and you want the best out there in terms of gaming headsets, then the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless and the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wired with GameDAC are really about as good as you can get. Which one do you want? Which one are you going to get? Which one do you have? Let me know down in the comments. We'll talk about it. We'll have a boisterous discussion. I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Do you have another favorite headset? Do you have a headset that you would like me to look at some other time, in some other review? I would be glad to do that. Anyway, thanks so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. My name is Jason, sometimes known as the JTL. This is Painfully Honest Tech. Tech so honest it hurts. Please come on back and see me again. But until the next time, I am out.